So let's get going. Like I said, I'm going to use a ball today, but you can use a pillow. You can use a dumbbell just to add more to it. But when we swing dumbbells over our head, you potentially are away from the body. You could potentially bother your neck on that. So try not to do that. That's why something light, okay? All right, let's just roll our shoulders. Roll them back. Now pick those elbows up now and pull them back. Pick them up and drive them back. Feel the shoulder blades right there. Okay, and bring your knees up. Warm up the body. Give yourself some kicks. Here. Okay, now add a little resistance to these kicks. What you're doing is you're dragging your foot before you kick it up into your glute, okay? So I'm wiping my feet. I'm wiping my feet, not with my heel, but with the ball of my foot. Just the toe, the ball of the foot to the toe is what you're wiping, okay? You should feel those hamstrings by now. And now bring your knees up. We're in that bent knee position. But now, what I'd like you to do is kick, kick. Now you really feel those hamstrings. Okay. All right. Now, the kick is forward. You step forward. So I'm stepping forward and I'm lifting that back leg off, okay? Step back, lift that front leg, okay? It's a rocking horse. What I want you to do is keep that back leg, that back glute contracted. So squeeze that glute there and forward and back. You do rock back on that back heel. Okay, let's switch. My hand is back there to remind myself. I slap that back of that rear. This is contracted the whole time. Even when we step back, it's activated. And when we're moving forward, okay? Feel that in the glute. This is one way to warm up the glute before we do our squats. Okay, step side to side, swing those arms. Okay, now let's go with shoulder stability step before we pick up that ball. Our feet are really close together. Okay, equally distribute your weight. The balls of your feet, your heels, my palms are down on my legs, and I lift them all the way up. You see how slow I'm taking it? This is just one way to give every opportunity for those shoulders to work for you, to your advantage. If you go too fast, it's just momentum. 2 more. Okay, now let's grab the ball. Okay, going into those air squats. So the ball goes up, here, and down. Medicine ball is fine as long as you keep it close to the body. You see it's right in line with my chest, up high, and down between my knees, okay? 6, 7, 2 more. 1 for good measure. All right, now pick the foot up and shoot the ball. As if you're gonna shoot the ball. Head is not looking at the ball, okay? Don't strain your neck. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Other side. Four to go. All right, swing your ball. Just swing. Okay. Feet are wide. Feet are wide. Now it's that diagonal pattern squat. Okay. 2, 3. Don't swing. I'm not straightening this leg out. I am still squatting. My head is still in the center. Other side. Two more. Okay, back to these. The shoot, we're gonna alternate now, okay? Alternate. I'm on 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go for 10. 9 and 10. Okay. Back to the standard squat, air squat. Eight. We've got 2 more. Okay, hold the ball here. Come down, low ceiling, and step for 2. If you don't have enough room for 2 steps, just go steps. So you're just going to step like this, okay? But if you have the steps to the distance of your screen, a few more. Just a side step, staying low. There's no movement like this. We are low to the ground, okay? Keeping that butt out. Butt is out as we step, okay? We are picking the feet up. We're not dragging, okay? Okay, ready for that diagonal pattern? Come up, down, and up, over the opposite shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 to go. My arms are really straight. Other side. I'm on 7, 3 to go. 1, 2, 3. Ready for the alternate. I can't believe I just tapped my nose on the ball. Okay, so you gotta keep your head back. Keep you from forward movement of that head is that the ball will take your nose off. Okay, let's go 2 more. 1 and 2. Okay, now back to that side step. Get down low. I'm going to demonstrate just for 1 step each way. So it's here. You see the large, long step that I'm taking. Okay, you can do the 2 steps. Take yourself to the end of the screen, but bigger steps. Okay, like Spider-Man steps. Stay low, don't stand up. If it bothers your knees or your back, you can be here too. And then work on large steps, okay? That's the modified, but for most of you, you're taking these long strides, okay? Okay, back to 2. I think we did it all. We did rounded 2. We take the ball out of our hands, and we're going to now go back to that Y before we grab the band, okay? So let's bring our feet up as we lift our hands. No weight, don't use the weight yet. We have much in store for our shoulders. 9. Okay, now it's that scissor split. So we're gonna kick and come down, okay? So kick, it's like a scissor lunge. We're scissoring our arms, that's the scissor part, and then we're gonna lunge, okay? Modify it, but you're kicking back. Okay, I'm gonna go the other side. Kick and step. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9, 10. Let's go for 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to the scissor squat. Again, let's not use the weight yet. I promise I'll make it harder, okay? So, kick, leg straight, and then drop down. Go lower now, okay? If this is so easy for you, then get your butt down. Make 90-degree angles with both of those feet, both of those legs, I mean. 5, we're gonna go 5 more. 2, this is great for balance. 4, the load is in that front leg. I'm feeling it in my glutes on the top of my leg. Other side, okay? Kick first, and come down. 2, going for 10. I'm losing track of every time that I taste. It's like the whole world is upside down. 7 for me. 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Nice. Okay, let's grab the band. Reverse fly. The band is in front of you, and you're squeezing, okay? If you don't have a band, use your hands and just really accentuate that squeezing those shoulder blades back, okay? Okay, now that left leg is forward, the right leg is back, or we're gonna do both sides. So whether it's your left, it's my left. We're gonna have our hands out. We're gonna come down and squeeze, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whoops, almost fell over. 9, 10, switch. Feel this all on the top of the arms. Arms are really straight, none of this bent arm stuff. They're completely straight. Here we go, squeeze. 2.
Ah, they changed it.
Keep going. Okay, now let's use the band down onto the floor. We're gonna do some wide squats with resistance. Here's a chance now for some of you, I know like Ann, Paul, Laura, Mary, most of you, you can add your weight with the band, okay? But what we're doing is we're getting the band set. If you don't have the band, just use the heaviest weight you can. But we're gonna do sumo squats, okay? With our hands down here instead of up here in the goblet squat. So I'm gonna demonstrate without the weight first, but this is where you hold the weights to come up, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9. Now, a little change is you're gonna do mountain climbers with this. Your hands are on the wall and you do it this way, or you are on the floor, okay? I'm gonna demonstrate on the wall. If you have a bench near or a chair, that's what you're using. Okay, we're back to the squat. I'm gonna go a little heavier. I'm gonna get my heavier weight. And the reason, some of you are gonna go, why don't you just use those 2 3s and, or the 10 without the band? The band provides this tension in the glutes a little bit more. So I'm holding on to both to get that experience of using my glutes on the very finish and not just kind of that dead space. Continue to squat. I'm going for 7 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm going back to that mountain climber, one more set. So I'm going to show you the mountain climber on the floor. And my hands, my shoulders are lined up within my wrists, and I come forward. Okay? And of course, you can run it into a running mountain climber. Okay, back up we come. Again, you could have done that mountain climber on the wall. Now you tell me, Patty. Okay, now the band is by itself, and we're gonna go 5 and 5, and then we're gonna add the dumbbell, 5 and 5. Okay, so one-handed, and we're gonna pull just to the ribs, okay? Because the band is not gonna allow you to go any further. 3, 4, finish that into the glutes. And other arm. Here we go. You're taking it to that opposite base of your rib. Okay, let's try it again. Hold on to the band. It stays to the center, and then it comes out to the base of that rib. 2, 3, 4. What I'm doing is this is a modified upright row. Switch arms. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now go ahead and release that. Now instead of the mountain climber, you have a choice. You can continue the mountain climber off the wall, or you can go into your push-ups, okay? I'm gonna go into my push-ups. I want you all to do at least 10. I'm gonna do 10 because I'm gonna talk you all through it. So get started on those push-ups. On the floor, here is that modified push-up. On the hands and knees. I'm gonna back my knees up to make it harder. That's how I increase the intensity. Keep going. Okay, and the other intensity is this classic men's push-up where we go down and back up. Okay, you're coming back up. Today there is a little bit of getting up and down, but for some of you it's easy to do. Others, that's why I'm giving you the wall or a counter, or a bench is the option, okay? All right, we're gonna do the full upright row now. So the band can stay, and you can do that modified one. Now I'm gonna show you the full upright row experience. We did it last Friday. Okay, so we bring it here, okay? 2, 3, you see how the dumbbell is into the center? Other side. We're gonna alternate twice, 5 on each hand, okay? I'm gonna get my hand out of the way because I found myself pushing off. So take that hand off your leg, Other side. 2, 3, 4. Other side, last one. And we go into those push-ups or mountain climbers. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Find your platform, counter or mat. We're going into those push-ups. Here we go. At least 5 more. Oh, nice child's pose. Let's go one more set of the upright row. I'm gonna narrow my stance, okay? This is a little more challenging on form. So if you wanna challenge your form, so you're coming down, it's a nice tight squat and it relies a lot on your quads, okay? The wider it goes into the inner thigh and the quads and the glutes, okay? Strong legs though for hiking, golf. You don't have to use that cart. I don't think they're letting you use the golf carts. I think you have to walk it. 3, 4, one more. Switch hands. 1. This is almost like a sit and stand. 2, 3, we're almost done with legs. 4, round 2, here we go. Switch hands. 1 more for me, and I gotta switch hands for my last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Okay, now we're gonna do an offset. This is a balance on the one leg, okay? You're gonna pick it all the way up. Use that hip flexor, okay? Flex the foot. It's in the opposite hand, and I'm gonna press up. Okay, find your heaviest weight. 3, 4, 5, and switch, okay? Increments of 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Other side. Okay, you can hold on to the dumbbell with both hands now. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it with my fingers, just like that, okay? If you don't have the one heavy, grab a hold of both, and you're gonna hold on to them like this, okay? And they're gonna stay lined up with your shoelaces. I'm gonna tip. We're gonna do, they used to call this the golfer pickup. And normally you have something to hold on to, and so you can hold on to the back of your chair. I can hold on to the wall. But I'm gonna show you what I'm looking for though. You see the dumbbell is lining up still to my foot, and I come back up, okay? Often you guys are gonna bend your low back to get down there. So keep a neutral spine. Your back is as flat as possible. And you're gonna come down and back up. Maybe go the dumbbell below the knee and bring yourself back up, okay? I'm gonna switch legs. And I'm showing you so you know what this other leg is doing. It's not just dead weight. You're using your glutes to get it out of the way. See, I just had to touch with my toe to save on my balance. I'm going for about 5 just because it's taking you a little longer, but if you're going about 10 or 8, 10, switch, okay? Okay, other side, I'm gonna show you how to modify it. You hold on to the wall, okay? The wall catches your balance, and then you come back up. We're going 2 rounds of this. 2, 3, 4. There is a slight bend in the knee you're standing in the leg you're standing, but not much. Switch sides. Switch sides. A couple more. Okay, back to that one-armed military, and then we will make our way down to the floor for floor exercises. Okay, all right, let's pick up that left leg, flex the foot, here's the position, okay? You can be here, but I prefer up here, okay? Here we go. Which sides? Which sides again? One more round, okay? Oops, I got carried away. I was daydreaming. Oops, I did 7. Classic for Patty. Tells me my weight is too light, but I only have 10s. If I hold on to more than just the 10, then it's a chance of me slipping it out of my fingers because I've been holding on to the other dumbbell. I only do that when they're low. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's make our way down to the floor, but let's stretch those glutes out because we did a lot of glute action, or at least I feel it there. I went for a very long bike ride yesterday and I'm paying for it right now. I'm feeling it. Okay, so make your way to the floor or stay on the back of that chair to do these stretches, okay? The stretches on the floor, on the chair, are these, okay? That's what we're stretching, is that hip and that glute, okay? So, inchworm out, guys, inchworm out. Flat back, step forward, get a nice stretch, bring it back, and the other side, okay? Again. And again, one more time. Okay, sit down onto the knees, sit back in child's pose. Let that back relax. Back up onto the hands and knees. We did a lot of Supermans yesterday, so we're not going to do them today, but we're going to stretch out that low back. Okay, curl your toes under, bring your hips up, and get a nice deep stretch in the hamstrings and in those glutes. Let the head relax. And we're pushing those heels down. Okay, now go into that all fours and with your knees off the mat and just stay here, okay? You're just gonna stay here, stabilize, suck your tummy in. Okay? Wait until you start to feel your legs. Okay, now we're gonna rotate. We're gonna go into the side plank with external rotation. So I'm gonna be on my elbow. My legs are stacked. I'm gonna lift up. So most of the pressure is on my inside leg, and I'm gonna externally rotate, working the hip, and working my core. Modify, put the hand here and hold yourself up, but don't let that hip drop, okay? Get it up. Okay, we're gonna go to the other side. Okay, we still have more of these clams. Working it right here. You guys have gotten probably pretty strong. You're not feeling it as much, but every rep counts. Even if we were just to do 10, come on down. Again. That little like again reminds me of I Love Lucy when they're in the chocolate factory and the lady, their boss, cranks up the belt and has them wrap those chocolates quicker. And the look on Lucy and Ethel's face was hysterical. Man, I love that show. Five to go. Okay, other side. I hope you felt that. I felt that even more on the other glute as I was holding myself. I think for the most part, our abdominals have gotten so strong taking the class that it's making our abdominal time frame longer in order to challenge it, which is always good news, right? Okay, here we go. Because for me, I'm feeling the work of my glutes because we really haven't worked our abs so much. 3, 4, or it was that bike ride yesterday that I feel it more. 6. But my classes should not limit you from daily activities. You got to do both. Don't just justify, oh, I did Pattie's class, so I don't need to hike. You need to do both. I'm going to go for 5 more because I didn't count. 4 and 5. Okay. Let's roll over onto our back, okay? I'm going to change it up. I'm going to face this way. Have the band near. Have your dumbbells near. Okay. We are going to do some good old-fashioned sit-ups. So as you can see, my legs are not, my feet aren't that close to my glutes or my hips. I'm going to keep them far away. My hands are here, and I'm going to bend the low back, so flex it, and try to get every vertebrae to land. And then I come all the way back with my hands. I'm going to take a deep breath in. Exhale as I come up. Touch your toes. And come back down. Good old-fashioned calisthenic exercise that's been around longer than me. Very functional, I think. But if your back doesn't let you, go ahead and use your hands here and pick yourself up, okay? Just pick yourself and slow with your hands, okay? So here's another way to modify. And bring yourself up like that so you're not rocking to the side, okay? Let me get a few more in. If you're already tired, just watch me. I'm going to do one more. Okay, are you all sitting up? Take your lighter weight. Put your feet really close together. Touch your knees and rotate. Okay, here's the modified. It's just holding yourself up right there. Now, I'm going to rotate my ribs. I'm not rotating my low back. Okay, now I'm going to rotate my hands. I'm going to push that weight down, down, okay? This is a little different than the Russian twist. One, I'm not using a medicine ball. Can use one. But what that pushing down is it hits me on the obliques. Okay, I've had enough of those. My back's starts to feel it. And so I in particular stop at that point. I don't get pain, I just feel like it's getting tired. Okay, so now we're gonna roll down. We're gonna do the one that Lynn thinks is super easy, and that's the straight-legged crunch. And yes, Lynn, it is, but it helps us activate way down low. And our chin is always gonna look up to the ceiling. My elbows are back. It doesn't allow me to get up very far. Okay, now bring those feet up. Bring them closer to your hips. Tuck your elbows in and continue with that crunch. Keep going. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, we're going to bring our feet up, okay? So we're transitioning where now it's going to require a lot more stability in those abdominals and our back so the back doesn't take over. And tuck those elbows in even more and go up and over the knee. Halfway. And take a rest. Hips up. Hips are up. Hold them there. Let's take our hands. Let's open up those shoulders. We've had them all bunched up for the last 5 minutes. So open them up. Scissoring your arms. Palms are facing each other. Hips are up as high as you can bring them so you can feel it in the glutes. And now palms are up. You can see your hands right in front of you and bring them out and back up. Just a few. Open and close. Okay. Now you're going to hold them out here and you're going to hover. Okay. Bring those hips down. And we're going to bicycle our legs. Okay, so that's the exercise. Now, go ahead, reposition this with the dumbbells in your hand. So, I'm hovering, I'm about 12 inches, 10 or 12 inches off the floor of where my hands are. My elbows are slightly bent, and I'm going to take really large revolutions, or what do you call that? Yeah, circular motion, pointing my toes. Try to keep your low back flat. Now, if I lift my head up, I am completely sealed onto the mat. My neck seems to be fine. I'm not stressing it. Just using those muscles that we need to use. But go ahead and put your head down if it's too much, but still hover. Okay, now bring those dumbbells back together. Now, if you can bring them back over your head, you're going to hover this way. Okay, so they're not touching the floor. You scoot down, I think my hands are off the screen. Okay, now I'm going to bring them together. The dumbbells are touching. I'm going to lift my legs up, and I'm going to extend my legs and bring them up. If you want to modify it, it's this. But double-legged reverse crunch. Tuck your chin into your chest. Two more. Your back might come up a little bit. Okay, hands are in front of you now. Bridge and chest flies. Keep going, move those shoulders or move the chest. Let me start over on that. Move your arms so you can feel your chest and shoulders. A little dyslexia there. Let's go for 6 more. I'm going for 1 more. Okay, now let's change the position. I had us this way. Now I'm going to have you this way. They're over the head, and they're going to come forward. So it's a combination of a pullover with your arms and a reverse crunch with your legs. Let your hands touch or the dumbbells touch so you can stay stable in those lats and in the chest muscle. A medicine ball works on this. I'm going for 2 more. All right, hips are back up. Tricep kickbacks. If you just have one, you hold on to it like this and extend, okay? I'm gonna go with the heavier weight. So 2 hands or the 1. If you have the 1 dumbbell and that bar comes towards your forehead, that's why they call this one the skull crusher. Keep the hips up. Okay, bring it down. All right, guys, I believe we have another chest exercise. So, change the angle, okay? We're gonna change it like this. So this looks like a press where our knuckles are facing us or the dumbbells are touching. And you're gonna keep them out all the way, okay? There's no rotation. The palms are not up. They are facing away from you the whole time. And what happens is you get down to the floor and your elbows make contact, but the dumbbells don't, okay? If your shoulder doesn't like it, then open up the hands so the palms are facing you, or facing each other, I'm sorry, just like the classic chest fly. Otherwise, this is getting our upper pecs a little bit more in the front part of our shoulder, that deltoid. Okay, all right, let's bring it back over to the pullover, that double crunch. So it's a reverse crunch, and our arms come, hands come over to the top of our chest, and they go over our head. Going for 12. 5, 6, 7. You should feel these in your armpits, high up into the tricep, your ribs, your abs, your thighs. I guess I should just say you should feel it everywhere but your big toe. Okay, all right. Work back to hips up and tricep kicks, kickbacks. We're going for 20. There's 9, 10. We're halfway. Okay, bring it down. All right, let's complete that. I think most of us can all agree as we get older, this gets a lot looser. So let's work it one more time. I'm gonna double my band up. I'm gonna hold this hand. I am stable. My shoulder is flat on the mat. and my elbow is down on the working hand, and I'm gonna straighten it out, okay? If you do not have a band, then what you're going to do is another set of these kickbacks, okay? But if you have the band, arm is completely straight, like you're the Statue of Liberty, and you're extending only at the elbow. The elbow is the moving joint, and you can see where my hand is. I'm not the other way, okay? Then we're torquing that wrist. All right, I'm gonna switch. I felt that one. I hope you guys did too. Okay, here we go. My hand is straight. And extend. 3 more. Nice. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do a double crunch where we're gonna support our head and keep the dumbbells out of your hands. So put your hands behind your head, and your shoulders are gonna come up as high as they can. And here's that modified version. Okay, if you want to make it harder, extend those legs and then let those elbows touch the knees. I'm going for 7 more. And 1 for good measure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put our arms out, relax those arms, feet are together, and we're going to move our legs side to side. We're going to start to stretch. Window wipers. We will not be needing window wipers this weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful out, which is great. Okay. Take that left leg and just extend it and press the gas pedal. Should feel good. Now circle that ankle. If you're having trouble holding that leg up, just hold on to it then with your hand and bring it, set it back a little bit, okay? Now bring your knee into your chest, straighten out that other leg. Now what we're gonna do is, I've always had you line that knee up to the same side of the shoulder. What I want you to do, this is a combination of a figure 4 stretch and a glute stretch and hip. And what I'm doing, you see I'm just taking my right leg, my right hand, holding on my left ankle, and I give it a hug, okay? A little bit of an angle, and my knee is going to the opposite shoulder. And the key is this, you're pulling and then hugging. Okay, let's try the other side. First leg straight and gas pedal. Point and flex, point, flex. Really flex it and try to straighten out that leg. That should feel fabulous on the back of the knees. Circle that ankle. Get that range of motion. All right, give it a hug. Straighten out that other leg. That knee is in line with the same side shoulder. All right, now grab that ankle with the other hand, give it a hug, and then give it a pull. Or a pull and a hug, pull and a hug. That one feels great for me. Okay, now straighten it out again. Now reach for those ankles. Press those elbows to your inside of your leg. Get a good stretch in that inner thigh. If that's too much of a challenge, just let your hips or your feet go down and let your knees open up so you get a nice stretch in those hip flexors, groin. Okay, all right, back to the window wiper. Okay, we're gonna make our way up off the floor, okay? Make our way up off the floor so we can stretch out the top of our legs and our shoulders, and then you will be done for the week. You can start your Friday. So make your way up. Okay, where we're going with this first is we're gonna try to grab that foot and stretch out the top of the leg. Okay, you can hook it up onto a chair, you can hook it up onto the wall. Find a place to grab a hold and feel all of that stretch. And if you don't feel it, I'm gonna get close to the screen. Some people go, well, I don't feel it. Well, get the knee down, line it up with the other leg, so see I'm flush. I'm not forward, I'm back. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push my hip forward, and this is a great stretch on the top of the leg, okay? All right, other side. If you've already switched, that's fine. Okay, but again, none of this. It drops down, so it's right alongside your other knee, and you push that hip forward. Some people have to squeeze their glute to feel it, and that's fine. I like to put my foot or my hand on the toes so I can get a stretch in the ankle to in the front of that ankle. If you don't like that, just grab here, and that's fine too. Okay? All right. Let's interlock our fingers. We're gonna bring them over our head. Over our head, we're gonna do a side bend. Back to the center. Same side, okay? Open up those ribs. One more time. Okay, let's go the other side for 3 times, okay? Open up those ribs. Oh, that's 2. One more. Okay, bring your feet about hip width apart. Release those fingers. Come down, sweep the floor. And come back up. Side bend. Other side, side bend. Open up those hands, come down, touch the floor. And come back up. Hands together, come down. Split open those fingers. Touch those elbows. Split it open. And there, my friends, is a workout. Thanks for coming.